Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's Mr. Sunshine, Rolls-Royce technician, live right here, right now, as things are taking place. That's right. And as we're sitting here in the beautiful mansions throughout the town of Palm Beach, Mr. Sunshine coming to you live. And here we go. We've got the big double R here, the beautiful Rolls-Royce Corniche convertible. And we're going to do a little video. As a matter of fact, I had to do a little instrumental electric switch on it, and we got it all taken care of. But what we have here is a beautiful example of a Rolls-Royce Corniche convertible. This is the epitome of Rolls-Royce. And as a matter of fact, as you can see what we got going on here, Mr. Sunshine easing on in here. You can take a look at that beautiful dashboard there, the way Rolls-Royce envisioned their fine motor cars. Get a load of this. You know, I get a lot of people saying, hey, Mr. Sunshine, how's it going? Well, let me tell you something. This is what's going on, okay? You got a beautiful, this one here is the H.J. Molnar Park Ward. This is the Park Ward motor coach. They take, the Rolls-Royce sends it to Molnar Park Ward, and they go ahead and do the body work on it and give it a spectacular look of what it is right now, what you're looking at. It's got the sheepskin seat covers on it. Interior is in perfect condition. There's no rips, no tears. You can see the way that door shuts like a bank vault. It closes like a bank vault. And there you go. Look at that paint job on there. It's actually layered in there. It's got the hand painted pinstriping. Rolls-Royce has one man at their Rolls-Royce factory that does the pinstripes. And then if you ever need it, they actually ship him out worldwide. The Rolls never comes back to the dealer, back to the factory. They come out to it. So what we have here is a beautiful example of a Corniche convertible. I personally maintain this vehicle. Any issues that arise, I'm the one that they call me to come out and handle this. We have these. These here are the latches. You can see the latches that lock the roof down. Nice chrome plated heavy duty units. The woodwork, no peeling on the woodwork. Everything's done in machine screws. Everything is done the way Rolls-Royce envisioned it. You can see that beautiful carpeting down there with the sheepskin seat covers. The seams on a Rolls-Royce all the way around, perfectly uniform all the way around there. You got your tail lights here. Beautiful example, all chromed out with machine screws holding that. And then here's the handle set. This would be your handle set right here. It's made by Yale. They commissioned Yale to do all their locks and their keyways that came out of Crewe, C-R-E-W-E, in England. You can see the back here, all the beautiful carpeting, the way it's all screwed in there. It's all done in screws. You have your tool kit over here, your tire, your jack to jack the car up. Here's your tool kit here. You got your wrench in here, your wrenches, your extra light bulbs, screwdrivers, and stuff like that, little light bulbs. You also have your crank over here. This is the crank. This is actually a rare piece. If your windows fail for any reason, you stick that in there and you can go ahead and manually crank the windows up. Okay, so there's a hole there on there that you can stick it in there. You can see the door locks. They all come with little covers on them. On this particular model, it's done with a machine screw. And there it is, Yale lock there. I handle all the keys. I have all the keys to this beautiful, fine automobile. And there it is. There's the hole right there that you would put that in, and then you can crank the window up or down. This particular dashboard, you can see there it is, the RPM. There's your RPM, revolutions per minute. Motor there. There's your speedometer, odometer, your gauges that show you everything. Your brake warning lights, brake light 1, brake light 2. And then your ignition on this particular Corniche is there in the center. Normally it's located on the left-hand side of the steering wheel, unless you had a right-hand drive. If the car was actually going to be shipped to the UK, then that would actually be a right-hand drive Rolls-Royce. I've actually owned 9 Rolls-Royces installed, and along with the right-hand drive Silver Shadow, Silver Race. It's a beautiful example of a Corniche convertible. It's gorgeous. You can hear that door close. And then you have the big original Corniche convertible hubcaps that go in there. And then your paint pinstriping that's perfect all the way down. Now, the Rolls-Royce pinstripe, when he uses a special brush, that's right, he uses squirrel hair. He uses squirrel hair, nothing of man-made. There is no man-made fiber brushes or anything like that. It's actually squirrel hair brushes, and he is able to hand right down the line a continuous stream of paint on his brush. There is no special roller, no kind of tape. That is actually hand painted. So you have the center one and then the fine center stripe in the middle that goes all the way down that fender. So the car weighs a little over 6,000 pounds. Your average American car, smaller one's about 2,500, 2,800. This one is over 6,000. So you're talking about a lot of metal, a lot of machine screws, a lot of interior, a lot of everything else. Cynthia Tasanis, Mr. Sunshine. You know, I come over here, I know these mansions. As a matter of fact, Cynthia, I'm sitting over here right next to Donald Trump's mansion. That's right, we're right here alongside Mar-a-Lago here at the thing. And as a matter of fact, this is one of my many clients. I specialize in these Rolls Royces here for my friends that live here in the town of Palm Beach. You can see the heavy duty glass. This is the triplex glass windows, the original windows in here. And then you can see the interior of the dash. I'm not going to lift the engine compartment right now because I can't get myself, the way they have the car positioned in here, it's a little hard to reach in there, but I could probably open it from the other side. You got to take a look at the size of this motor. It's a big Rolls-Royce motor. As a matter of fact, Rolls-Royce was big building the Merlin motors for the airplanes during World War II. You can take a look at this. This is your glove box. Perfectly cut wood. Each one of these pieces of wood are numbered that go with this whole car. All right, it is the vehicle capacity weight about 900 pounds. You have your weight. You can see this. This isn't some sticker that they stick on the American cars. Look at this. This is actually inlaid in the wood. Here is your lock. It's like a piece of fine furniture. All right. Matter of fact, I worked on this and made keys for it. You can see this is the Yale lock that actually locks this down. So you can put this in, lock it, and it locks this down. This is the roof light. You have your roof light dash switch. These are the chrome knobs that operate the air conditioning upper and lower. You have your clock, you have your fuel light, your coolant light, and then you have your switch in the center. Now, this is a Yale switch, very complex. I actually, one of the few guys, locksmiths that will make keys for these. I've probably made well over 100 of them over the years. People ship them to me from around the country and around the world. And I have made keys all the way back to a 1927. That's right, I had a 1927 Rolls-Royce Phantom or a 20s automobile. Send me the ignition switch. I actually did a video. You can see it there. All right, here you have your door panel. Your speakers over here. This is your window motor. Look at this, all chromed, machine screwed in here. This plate comes out. It's all triple chrome plated. These are the buttons that actually operate to send the rest of the window up. Your handle, the power lock button. This is your mirror here on this side. This is the seat. This makes the forward seat move forward. Look. Seat moves forward, seat moves backwards, it moves up, and it moves down. Okay, here's the thing right here. That's right there. You open that up. You can put that crank that's in the trunk in order to go ahead and manually raise and lower the window. We have the petrol tank for the gas flap out there. You push that, it opens up. You hit the test light, all the test button, all the lights come on to make sure that everything's operating before you start this classic Rolls-Royce. Down here is your air conditioning unit. You got your blower motors. This is the hood, the raise and lower the convertible top, and then you have your air for upper and lower. Driver's side, same thing. You have your 4 switches for the windows over there. Then you have a lockout bypass. It'll only operate it from there. You have your steering wheel with your transmission. Now, the transmission on this is a GM. It's a GM Turbo 400 with the Rolls-Royce electrics on it, okay? The original General Motors, you would actually turn the handle down in order to manually shift it to go from park, reverse drive. This one has an electronic solenoid switch down there, so when you just touch it, it actually puts it in gear electrically. Now, when you open the hood, look at this. This is the Rolls-Royce engine. This is the big motor in here, V8. It's the 8-cylinder Rolls-Royce, and you have your big radiator up there with your overflow. You have your brake fluid over there. This one actually runs with the RR363 brake fluid. Now, I rebuild the brake accumulators and the valves on these Silver Shadow, Silver Race, Corniche convertibles, Camarads, and the coupes. So if you have a classic Rolls-Royce and your brake light 1 or brake light 2 is on, well, most likely your brake accumulator needs rebuilt. I've done hundreds of them already. I just did a dozen of them a few weeks ago for a client. These are your carburetors. Those are SU carburetors, unions. There it is right there. There's one there, one over there. Now, what you're looking at is the this is the speed control. This is your automatic cruise control right here. There's your transmission, the dipstick right there again. It's a Turbo 400 transmission. These are your heavy-duty springs. These springs in here to hold this 6,500-pound automobile up. All right, there's a special tool. Anybody that's never worked on these, you can kill yourself. All right, real easy. All right, if you start pulling these out without putting the proper tools down there, there's long poles that go down here. They loop around, they latch down onto the bottom. You then crank them down, you tighten them, you go ahead and loosen these up, and then you lift this entire assembly out. You do not, under any circumstances, without taking literally your head off, start cranking these screws out, because if this comes, this thing's going to fly out of there. It's so fast, it's going to take your head right off your body, and you're going to be dead instantly, because the pressure that spring is under there to hold the front end of this car up is astronomical. You can see they put the padding, thick padding on this Rolls-Royce hood to keep the heat from coming out of the top of it. The insulation on here is absolutely beautiful. You can see no rips, no tears. It's a solid car. This is actually a beautiful automobile. There's the oil thing right over there. That takes the 20W50 oil. If you're going to run it down here in Florida under the heat, you're definitely going to, you don't want to use 10W30, you want to use 20W50. And then there's your distributor. You can either use the points or you can convert it to electronic ignition so that it'll work a lot faster. This is the double thing here that locks it down. We're going to let you listen to the hood that comes down, 2 heavy springs, and then listen to it. It sounds like a bank vault. Oh, look at that, right down, locks in on both sides, and there's beautiful hood all painted up, looking as only it could look. So there you go. I just figured I'd give you a little view of a Rolls-Royce. I work on these all the time, from time to time, whether it's this is the flapper door for your gas tank down here, Mr. Sunshine, Locksmith Eddy. I got all the tools I need. There's the other mansion that's part of it, and there it is. So if you're discussing Rolls-Royce, this will come back. This is going to be possibly available for sale next year. So if you're thinking about it, if you know anybody looking for one of the finest automobiles, classic Rolls-Royce in one of the most pristine shapes. I've seen a lot of Rolls-Royces. There's none of them that are this clean, with the woodwork, the paintwork, mechanically and cosmetically complete than the one you're looking at right now. You can give me a call at 561-693-8636. Coming to you live right here, right now in Palm Beach, Florida, Mr. Sunshine. Thank you for watching.